If you grew up before the early 2000s in America, I'm sure you have fond, or maybe horrific memories of dodgeball. For me, it's a memory of glory, of hard-fought battles, a time where teachers not only allowed, but encouraged students to pelt each other violently with rubber balls. I want to not only create that experience, but amplify it to 100 in this video game I'm creating. Imagine this. What if dodgeball was a movement shooter? No, wait. What if dodgeball was not just about hitting your friends, but about completely annihilating them into a pink mist? That is the experience I plan to create with my game. A high-octane, adrenaline-fueled battle where only the best can survive. Sounds cool, right? If you think so, go ahead and drop a subscribe because let's be real, this game isn't coming out just yet, but when it does, you want to be here for it. Even though the current iteration of the game looks unpolished and new, there's a ton of personal history behind it. You could even call it my dream game. It all started back in 2020. Wait, has it really been 5 years? When I finally crawled out the tutorial hell and started creating stuff on my own. My goal was simple: create something that makes you feel like this. The idea for the grappling hook actually came from a Reddit post I stumbled upon, featuring a player gracefully swinging around with a rope. That single post sparked my journey into game development. At the time, I realized there weren't many grappling hook focused games that felt truly dynamic. Most just pulled players straight to a point, lacking that natural swinging momentum. I knew immediately that could be my game's selling point. After months of coding and experimentation, I finally had my first playable demo. Feeling optimistic, I posted to r/gaming, crossing my fingers and hoped for the best. To my surprise, the game blew up. Over 43,000 upvotes and 1,000 downloads on itch.io, far beyond what I imagined for my humble prototype. Clearly, I struck gold. But as the excitement faded, reality hit. Development? Hell. Creating a prototype is easy. It's all the rest that's hard. Level design, sound effects, art, animations, accessibility, these challenges felt overwhelming, and my motivation started to wane. I found myself stuck in loops of just swinging around aimlessly around my test level, waiting for inspiration that never seemed to come. Coupled with personal struggles, I eventually had to shelve the project entirely. Fast forward a year and several abandoned projects later, the itch to create something awesome like this came back strong. Around that time, the Unity engine disaster happened, and I found myself joining the exodus to Godot, an engine I've already been eyeing. In February 2024, I decided to rebuild my grappling hook mechanic from scratch in Godot. Initially, the plan was just to make a tutorial video, but you know how these things go. Before I knew it, I was experimenting with dodgeball gameplay again. At first, the game was cool, but played poorly. So I briefly pivoted to a ball and chain mechanic, allowing players to launch themselves toward their target. While unique, aiming felt awkward, and I quickly realized dodgeball still had a broader appeal. And thus, after multiple restarts and prototypes, here we are. Thanks to the countless hours of trial and error, I'm now incredibly fast at creating character controllers. The current iteration, which once took 2 weeks, now only takes a few days to set up. Progress. Right now, I've implemented the core mechanic of throwing the dodgeball, and while it feels fairly satisfying, there's a lot more to build out. Next, I'll be adding the usual movement abilities, dashing, wall running, and ground slides, ensuring players can maneuver quickly and fluidly around the arena. AI opponents. I'll soon start creating responsive AI opponents who can dodge, throw, and react dynamically to players' actions, making each match challenging and exciting. I haven't decided on how I go about implementing this, so any resources in the comments would be helpful. I'm really looking forward to fleshing these ideas out, and I'll be sharing updates regularly to gather your feedback. That wraps up the first devlog. I'm sharing this video early in the development cycle because your feedback and ideas will be incredibly valuable in shaping the game's future. I hope this glimpse into the project has sparked your interest, and you're excited as I am about what's ahead. Be sure to leave your thoughts, suggestions, and any crazy ideas you have in the comments. I can't wait to read them. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next update.